I wanted to make this video because I feel as if I have not been treating my fans or Lunchables, or Clunchables as I sometimes call them, fairly. I'm completely clear-headed, if you know what I'm saying. I am done with the clubstances, we'll say that, for now, anyway, because I have to take a CLIS test relatively soon. But that's besides the point. The point is that I am sorry. I woke up this morning and I realized I have been a hypocrite and I have been focusing just far too much on the clegative, and that is just sad. I have a amazing life and I am so lucky. These past few days, people, most of them fans, have been commenting, talking about how they've been going through such a hard time, and I thought to myself, what am I really complaining about, you know? I have a wonderful husband, and I need to stop letting people try to get in between us. I need to stop letting people try to affect me, because only you and I, but only, you know, we are in control of how people affect us. We are in control of, you know, you cannot let someone hurt you with their words without your consent. I am a hypocrite because I always tell people, if you don't like it, don't watch. Well, I'm going to just ignore the mean comments and stop giving them the fuel that they want, because these people are not happy. Oh no, my clothes. Oh, it itches. Oh. These people are unhappy with themselves. It took people being so cruel during the holidays for me to really grasp that, because a lot of people who are kind, you know, just Lunchables, were saying that they were spending the holidays alone, and that makes me sad. Some people prefer to be alone, and that's fine, but a few people were like, oh, I'm not invited, or my children just don't spend time with me, and that's awful. And I started thinking there have to be claters out there who are in that same position. Definitely claters, because if these sweet, kind people are alone, you know, for Christmas and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate, then the claters are definitely alone because they're so insufferable. Who would want to be around them? So I really feel for them. I feel for my Lunchables, of course. I have been neglecting you all. I always say I don't owe anyone my time or my clenergy, but I want to give you my time and my clenergy, you know? I want to spread the lifestyle because it has helped people, and I know that. It doesn't matter what the claters say. I know in my heart that I have helped so many people, and I don't want to name names because I don't want to forget anyone, you know? Brent Cochran comes to mind, though, because he is such a passionate member of the lifestyle, one of the most amazing people that I have gotten to know thanks to all of this. Shout out to you, Brent. I said I didn't want to name names, and then I did, but I don't know if I've ever mentioned him. I've mentioned some other people in the Clodcast and everything, and I just wanted to give him a shout out because he perseveres through all of the cligativity and the clepression, and he's still going strong and believing in the lifestyle. And I need to acknowledge people like that, not the claters. You know, I did a video once where I read some really kind comments, and I should do that again, because you people, the Clunchables, you deserve the recognition, not the claters. Cluck the claters, you know? Cluck them to clell. And we're all hypocrites in one way or another, but it just started bothering me. I was like, can't believe I'm saying this. Maybe it's just the Christmas spirit, you know, the Cloley ghost has got me, but a main way that I'm a hypocrite is that I am so judgmental towards furries. There, I said it. And I am sorry, because that's not right. You know, I don't have to engage or look at their content, but I don't have to be cruel and say things about them. I need to just stop. You know, the furry, clurry, whatever you want to call it, chlor, it's over. It's done. I cannot hold those few people who send approximately 50 pizzas to my club. I cannot hold the entire furry community accountable. That is not fair. That is like when people say that all clowns are evil or monstrous. That's not true. not all furries are degenerates. Not all furries do things that I don't want to speak of in their fursuits. That is not true, and I am sorry that I perpetuated that. I want to be a better person in 2020. I'm scared of what the future holds. 2020 is officially the future. There are no arguments to be had there. That's just a fact. And I'm scared of what the future holds because people, we're not meant for the internet at this stage of our brain development. You know, we're still in the caveman days. So I'm concerned about raising my future child who, cross our fingers that, you know, turkey clay stain worked out. But anyway, I'm concerned for them growing up in a world where they're born with a tablet in their hands. No, 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 no. That's not going to be what's happening in this clown household. Nope. I want my child to have a chance. You know, I will be raising them essentially like a cave person. I've gotten a lot of crap for this, which is why I don't really talk about these things. But I talked about it with Clauben last night because we're getting closer and closer to potentially having a child, a human child. We already have a son who is covered in fur. And the furry thing, you know, of course it's humans and fursuits, but that is contributing some negative stigma towards my son and his kind. So I really, really am sorry about that. But anyway, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. My brain is a mess, if you haven't noticed. But the way that we plan to raise our future human child is to essentially raise them as if they're one of those people who's allergic to electricity, you know, for the first couple of years at least. Candles and things like that as a source of light. Also, we would save a lot of money on the electricity bill, so that really makes a lot of sense. But no television, and then eventually we work our way up. We go sort of like in the order, you know, chronological order. We work our way up to the 50s, minus, you know, some race things. You know, we don't need that racial tension. Plus, we are a interracial couple, so that would be very confusing. You know, we're fighting and we're like, no, we can't be together. That would be weird. We're not going to do that. But, you know, we just start playing records and things like that. Then we work our way up to a tape recorder. I mean, a cassette. There are some people out there who don't even know about cassettes. How crazy is that? And then CD players, you know, Walkman. I remember my Walkman was like my entire life. I used to listen to No Strings Attached by NSYNC on repeat for days, basically. And it's just like now when you have everything at your fingertips, you don't appreciate what you have. And I don't want my child to be raised like that. So call me crazy, but I mean, I plan to raise my kid essentially in the dark ages for the first couple of years, and then they will be introduced to technology slowly but surely so that their mind can process it. Because we were introduced to the internet, people my age, you know, I'm 26 years old. We were introduced to it when we were very small, and we did kind of get used to it with like computers, and dial-up took forever. You know, we still had this sense of like patience. You know, you wait for things, and now it's just in a second. In a second, you have all the corn and everything that you can get your hands on. And there have been a lot of changes in my life that I haven't even spoken about. Like, I've been very overwhelmed. I have started going to church. Again, I used to be spiritual and then I kind of drifted, and now I'm back in it. I'm not really a fan of organized, you know, religion, but I am doing this for me and my Claridge and my future child. And I'm happy to have Claude back in my life. I really am. And I think a lot of you need to reflect and do some, you know, soul searching. And it's not for everyone, but I just feel like prayer does help, you know. So I'm going to say a prayer for the Claters and the Lunchables. We're all just people. And I'm sorry for being a hypocrite and a fool. And I'm trying to be a better person. This was a bit of a ramble, and, you know, I'm just all over the place, but Clive is about helping people. Clive is about community. Clive is about happiness. And I will not let these miserable people bring me down. I will speak out against injustice when I see it. I will not let Lunchables or fellow clowns, you know, be persecuted. I will speak out. I'm not going to stop doing what I want to do, but I'm going to ignore people who are just trying to get at me. But I will always defend my fellow human beings. Now, Dear Claude, I don't know if you're listening. It's me, LLB. I don't know if you can recognize my voice because we haven't really been speaking that much throughout my life, but I'm trying to talk to you more. I would really, really appreciate it if you could bless or cless, as I would say, no disrespect intended, all of the Lunchables and Claters, all of the people in the entire world, good and bad, whatever that means. I hope and ask and pray that you can cless them with the clability to understand those who are not the same as they are, to fill their clarts with clove and clope and understanding for people whose circumstances differ from their own, that you put food on the tables of those who have to go without, and that you put an end to world clunger. Claymen, I love all of you so much. Thank you for always being there for me. And thank you to the Claters for making me realize and understand that I am so fortunate to be filled with so much clove. I love you all so much. The Lunchables, I'm so sorry that I haven't been getting to your messages. I've just been taking some me time, but I do love and appreciate you all so much. And life is amazing if you just give yourself a shot, give yourself a shot at being happy. Go for a jog or don't, whatever. Have a class day. Collect the Claters, and I love you all so much.